Oh, dear, dear, dear. It's a terrible shame, Mr. Hooter.
What shall I do, Toby? Bath time just won't be the same without it.
Hello, you two. Having fun? Oh, what's the matter?
Well, it's Mr. Hooter's boat.
Oh, yes,
You see-
it's a very fine boat, isn't it?
Well, it was, but...
I love sailing boats in the bath. You just push it in the water,
No,
give it a push, and... Oh, dear. Doesn't sail very well, does it?
that's what we were trying to tell you. It's broken. There's a hole in the bottom.
So there is. No wonder it sank. Still, I suppose we could always mend it.
Oh, could you think so?
I don't see why not. Come on, Toby, let's see what we can do. Don't worry, Mr. Hooter. You'll soon be sailing it in your bath again. Now then, Toby, how shall we mend it?
Well, you remember when Cauldron had a crack in him?
Yes, I do.
Well, we mended him with a patch, didn't we? So why did we put a patch on Mr. Hooter's boat?
Good idea, Toby. That should stop it sinking.
It's not much fun when things sink, is it?
No, that's just what the Iron Boy found out in the country of Zorn. If the Sandalwood Girl hadn't been there, I don't know what would have happened.
Oh, tell me.
First, let's just remind ourselves of a few things, shall we?
Right.
This is a map
Yes.
of the country of Zorn.
Yes, it says so there, doesn't it? The country of Zorn.
Yes, I'd sent the Iron Boy and the Sandalwood Girl there so that they could become real children. And here is where they landed.
And I suppose that is the way they went.
That's right, they arrived here at the Old Woman's house. Oh, there's a word missing there. I'd better write that in. House. The Old Woman's house.
That's where we left them last time, isn't it? Well, what happened next?
Let's find out, shall we?
Yes, correct. I expect they went off to the Blue Mountain, didn't they?
Wait and see. I'll just stir the puddle.
Right.
The Iron Boy and the Sandalwood Girl stayed all night with the old woman in the little house in the hills. The next morning, the old woman told them the way to the Blue Mountains. "You must go down the hill to the bridge," she said. "Cross the bridge and follow the path you will see on the other side. But be very careful. The bridge is old and the river is very deep." The Iron Boy and the Sandalwood Girl said goodbye and thank you, and then they went down to the river. As they stepped onto the bridge, they could feel it shaking under them. "The bridge is very old," said the Iron Boy. "If it broke and I fell in, I should sink to the bottom. I can't swim because I'm made of iron." "I'm made of wood," said the Sandalwood Girl. "I can swim. I'll go first and see if the bridge is safe." They had just got to the middle of the bridge when the Iron Boy caught his foot in a hole. He fell down with a crash. The bridge broke, and the Iron Boy and the Sandalwood Girl both fell into the river. The Iron Boy went deep down under the water, but the Sandalwood Girl seized his arm and held on tight. The river was running very fast, but she didn't let go. She kicked with her legs and swam up to the surface. She pushed her head out of the water and pulled the Iron Boy's head up too. "Kick with your legs," she said. "Kick hard." The iron boy kicked out, and the sandalwood girl held on to him. The river was running very fast, and the water splashed over them. She swam towards the bank. Her arms ached, but she didn't let go. Just as she thought she couldn't hold on any longer, the iron boy said, "I can touch the ground. My foot is on a stone." A tree was growing by the river. The iron boy seized a tree root and climbed up out of the water, and the sandalwood girl climbed up beside him. "We're safe!" cried the sandalwood girl. "We're safe on the other side!" As they climbed onto the grass and stood in the sunshine to dry, they looked back at the bridge. It was so broken that they couldn't have gone back even if they'd wanted to. As soon as they felt stronger, they climbed to the top of a little hill. "Look!" cried the iron boy. "Look!" Far away, very far away, they could see the blue mountains.
Phew! That was exciting, wasn't it?
I think the iron boy found it a bit too exciting.
That's a story I'd like to read lots and lots of times. I'm going to make sure I've got it in my little bookshelf. Now, what's it called?
It's called On the Way to the Blue Mountains.
Yeah, I think I know most of those words. Let's see if I can see it. How about that one? On the way to the Blue Mountains. Yes, that's the one.
Well done. Right. Now then. When they left the old woman's house, the iron boy and the sandalwood girl came to a river. There was a bridge across the river, and they began to cross it.
But then the iron boy tripped up and crash. Oh, look, it says so there. Can I read that? The bridge broke.
Well done.
And they fell into the river.
Yes, it was awful. And because the iron boy was made of metal, he was very heavy, and he sank.
The sandalwood girl saved him, though.
Yes, look. Here's a picture of them climbing out of the water. Can you read what it says underneath?
Oh, there. We are safe, said the sandalwood
Good.
girl.
Jolly good. Well, we'll hear more about their adventures in the country of Zorn next time.
Now, how are we going to mend Mr. Hooter's boat?
Well, I thought we'd use a mending spell and see what happened.
Yes, we could do that. But if we're going to use a spell, why don't we use one to make a brand new boat? I'm sure Mr. Hooter would love that.
What a brilliant idea, Toby. A magnificent new boat for Mr. Hooter.
Great. Right. What do we need for the spell?
Something that floats.
Oh, I know. Look. A ping-pong ball. That floats.
You're right, Toby. Ping-pong balls float very well indeed. Here you are.
Thank you. Is there any food in this spell?
Wait and see, Cauldron. Now, we need a colour beginning with B for boat.
Black. Look. A black banana.
Oh,
But bananas are yellow.
Not that one. It's a black one.
you're right, Toby. It must have been here for quite some time. It's all squashy.
I don't mind. A squashy banana's better than no banana at all, I always say.
I've never heard you say that before, Cauldron.
Well, I've just said it now.
Come on. Let's get on with the spell. The magic tune comes next.
I know. And it goes boom, 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 boom.
Thank you, Cauldron. All together then.
Pom, 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 pom.
Next, the magic clap. And now, the magic rhyme. Puddle, muddle, muddle, puddle, on the water watch it float. Muddle, puddle, muddle, Mr. Hooter's brand new boat.
I've never seen a boat as wonderful as that before. Mr. Hooter will be delighted.
Yes, it's magnificent, isn't it? Oh, you know, I wouldn't mind having a boat like that myself. Oh, with a yo-ho-ho, it's a sailor's life for me. When I'm sailing in my bath, I'm the captain and the crew. And when I give an order, I tell me what to do. And if I don't jump to it, I turn a shade of blue and shout, heave-ho, me hearties, and look lively too. With a yo-ho-ho, it's a sailor's life for me. When I'm sailing in my bath, I go anywhere I please. Across the mighty oceans, across the 7 seas, and past the giant octopus who gives the sponge a squeeze. And safely home again to the islands of my knees. With a yo-ho-ho, it's a sailor's life for me. Oh, you know, I can't wait to see Mr. Hooter's face when he sees this.
Right, let's go.
Well, come on then, Toby.
Oh, me? Right. Ha! Hello, Mr. Hooter. Enjoying your bath?
Not really. It's not the same without a wee boat to sail. What have you got behind your back, magician?
Something for you.
A present?
Yes, it's something you'll really like. Guess what it is?
A new sponge?
No, something much better than that.
I don't think there is anything better than a new sponge. Oh, is it a face cloth?
No. It's something you can use in the bath, all right, but not for washing yourself. It's something you can play with.
Oh, you've not mended my boat.
No, we haven't. We've made you a new one.
And here it is.
Oh. Do you like it? Oh.
I think that means he likes it, Toby.
It's the most wonderful boat I've ever seen. Will you put it in the bath with me, please?
Just a minute. Huh? Before you put it in the bath, we ought to give it a name.
Oh, yes, you're right. What would you like to call it, Mr. Hooter?
The good ship. Auntie Flo. I like Auntie Flo, and I want to call the boat after her.
Well, I'm sure she'll be very pleased. I name this boat the good ship Auntie Flo. She's magnificent.
She's fantastic.
She's terrific.
She's too big.
This bath isn't big enough for the two of us.